Hi, I'm Holly Andrews, Integrative Nutrition Health Coach and Stress Recovery Coach. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the kitchen. We are into September and that means fall and the burn months, and I am so excited. So in this week's recipe, I have a transitional recipe for you, still with some tones of summer, but some early fall vibes as well, in my roasted apple and chicken sausage skillet with sweet potato and kale. Doesn't that sound so good? I wish that you could be in my kitchen right now and smell this dish. It is so divine. I cannot wait to dig in. So let's talk about what makes this recipe so amazing. As always, I craft all of my recipes for you guys to be blood sugar balancing, because balanced blood sugar means stable cortisol levels. And so this meal also is crafted with eating the rainbow in mind. And you're gonna see here in a minute why that is. I was recording a module for my online class that's going to be launching soon today, where I talked about eating the rainbow and how important that is for your overall gut health and stress resiliency. So I'm gonna explain some of the benefits of doing that as we talk through the ingredients in this recipe. First of all, we've got protein, and that's in our chicken sausage. I chose a chicken sausage in link form that had about 14 grams of protein, about 18 grams of fat per link, and no added sugar. That was important to me. So you can use whatever chicken sausage that you want, but just so that you know, I was looking for higher protein, lower fat, somewhere between 6 to 8 grams per serving, and of links, that is, and then no added sugar. Some of the sausage that I saw, even the organic sausage that I saw, had upwards of 6 to 8 grams of added sugar per link. And when you realize you're gonna need probably at least 2 of those links, that's a lot of added sugar. So I avoided those. But of course, we want the protein for stable energy, muscle recovery, all of those wonderful things that we talk about here on the channel. So that's our protein. Now let's get into the veggies, which I'm super excited to talk to you about. Of course, we've got sweet potato. This is fall. Sweet potato is a fall staple, and I am so excited that it is root veggie season yet again. So the sweet potato, it's got orange in it, right? Orange is going to help with immune system support, which we all need this time of year. It's also a complex carb with fiber in it that's gonna help keep our digestion going. It's gonna help keep our energy levels up, stabilize our blood sugar. We've got apples here. I'm using a Honeycrisp apple in this recipe. So it's got mostly red, a little bit of green. So we're getting all of that seasonal sweetness from the apples to kind of counterbalance maybe the kale that we're going to talk about here in a minute. But it also has antioxidants like quercetin in it. And that quercetin is an antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation. And we know that inflammation drives stress, and stress drives inflammation. So if we can keep our inflammation down, that's going to help with our stress management and our stress resiliency. We of course have the kale, that beautiful deep green color. It's full of magnesium, and magnesium helps with our stress response and stress resiliency. It's also going to be full of folate too. And all of those things combine for nervous system support and stress resilience. So you really can't go wrong there. I used a red onion for the purple color to this meal. So onion, of course, is a prebiotic fiber, which feeds the good gut bacteria in our gut. And so I love that. It not only adds that beautiful color, but the flavors and the compounds that are going to benefit the gut and heart health. And then we're adding an anti-inflammatory spice here as well in the cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for insulin sensitivity and supporting blood sugar balance. Plus, of course, it gives that hint of fall in that fall vibes of this recipe. So just amazing, amazing stuff in this recipe, and let's talk about throwing it together. So the first thing I did, of course, was get everything chopped up as I always do. I started with my sweet potato. I peeled it, I diced it. I diced it into small-ish pieces, not super fine, but I wanted them small enough that when I threw them in the skillet, they were gonna get cooked all the way through. So not large chunks, but not super fine either. So I guess you could call that a small dice. I also diced up my apples and then tried to get them about the same size. Then I got my onion. I picked up the cutest little little red onion from the farmer's market this weekend. It was the perfect size, so I got that all diced up as well. Once those were done, I sliced up my chicken sausage. Try to do them on the diagonal because I think that just looks prettier in the meal, but you can slice up your chicken sausage however you want. That was it. Everything was ready to go in the skillet. So I got my olive oil going over a medium skillet. Once that was heated, I added in my red onion, let those cook down and caramelize. Then once those were done, about 4 or 5 minutes, I added in my chicken sausage, let them brown for about 3 to 4 minutes just to get that nice caramelization going on the sausage. Then I added in my sweet potatoes, got everything mixed together, and then let those sweet potatoes cook for 7 to 8 minutes. I set my timer, I went and did something else. Once the sweet potatoes were done, I added in my apples and the spices. So that was salt, black pepper, and cinnamon. Got that all stirred together. Let those apples cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Wanted them to get tender but not mushy. And then I added in my kale on top. Now, I used baby kale for this. I couldn't find kale at the farmer's market, and the kale that I could find was baby kale. So I needed about 2 cups of kale. I didn't bother chopping it since it was baby kale. It's like spinach. I knew it was gonna wilt down nicely without chopping it, so I just didn't even bother with the chopping piece. So pro tip, if you don't wanna chop kale, get the baby kale. Added in my baby kale on top, about 2 cups full. I just reached and grabbed a big old handful and plopped that in. Got that stirred together, and once the kale was wilted down, I added in and sprinkled in some apple cider vinegar with the mother. It's organic. I love this stuff for some brightness and also to kind of deglaze the pan a little bit for some little extra added flavor. And oh my goodness, it smells so good. So here is the final product. Doesn't that look so pretty? It smells amazing. I can't get over how good this smells, and I can't wait to dive in. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little transitional recipe with some thoughts and hints of summer and some vibes of early fall. It's just perfect. So enjoy the recipe, and of course follow me on all the social media at Holly Andrews Coaching, where I give out stress tips and ways to help manage your stress. You can obviously find me on my website and learn more about my one-on-one coaching program, where I work with you individually to heal your stress at the root of what's causing your stress and create a personalized roadmap for you. You can also grab a copy of my book, Heal Your Stress from the Inside Out, where I walk through my own personal journey with stress, what it did to me, how I recovered using nutrition, and a personalized roadmap as well. Also, stay tuned. As I mentioned, I'm working on an online course. So that is going to be launching soon, sometime this month, as well as a new online community that I'm creating for people who are stressed, burnt out, want some place to come where you know others will understand what you're going through. So all kinds of great things happening around here. And until next time, I'm Holly Andrews, and I believe that you can heal your stress from the inside out.